Hey, just a little video here, try to review with the Hankook Winter IPikes 4.9s in kind of wet snow conditions. Probably the one condition where the Hankook IPikes do not do that great. Still adequate traction, stopping, but the tires seem to exhibit a lot of side-to-side slow control loss in wet snow, and it tends to make the car kind of handle a little squirrely, specifically in wet snow. It's still totally drivable. It's still a good winter tire, still recommended. I think it's a pretty good tire, better than, for sure, than all seasons. But it is a weakness of the tire. So if you were going to be driving in primarily wet snow conditions, I wouldn't necessarily pick this tire as your first choice. I think I'd look at some other tires to get your best capability. And hopefully here I'll get a chance to kind of show you what I'm talking about controllability wise on these tires. Been slipping and sliding today, driving them, and working pretty well, but not as well as I'd like. And I do have them at a pretty good tire pressure for the conditions right now. With these tires, if you have them too high, you will definitely not get enough traction, and that's mainly because the studs won't be able to get full contact with the road. And there's a curve coming up here where, as long as there's no one coming, I might be able to show some of the loss of how the wet snow affects these things. And still be able to take a turn pretty good, but getting a little drift going on there, coming around that turn. Actually using the snow to help me turn a little bit. And maybe I can get a stop here just to show you kind of how the car is kind of wiggles around a little bit. Not too bad there. Now what's happening is temperature's dropping, so it's not as bad, but before today it was quite a bit wetter snow and was impacting the drivability quite a bit. I'm still going to try for another option here. Another chance, hopefully. Got a turn coming up here that I should be able to show you what I'm talking about if I do it aggressively enough. And you can see here, definitely getting the drift. Able to maintain control, keep control of the car, you know, drive it pretty aggressively in the conditions. But there's other snow tires out there that would not drift quite as much as that. So anyway, there's a wet, heavier snow test of the Hankook Winter IPike 4.9. Bye. Okay, back again with the Nitto Terra Grappler all-terrain tires on my 2002 Suburban on a nice wet snow night in Aspen, Colorado. And let's see what kind of skid action I can get going here. There's a little skid, and that car should have yielded the way in the circle. And also right now, incidentally, I'm driving with four-wheel drive, so plenty of ability to get traction enough to start up, and drive my car, drive my Suburban, and get it moving. And in the car without snow tires, with an all-wheel drive situation, it's an insidious problem because it's going to make you think that you've got plenty of control and capability, but your control and ability to handle your car is actually pretty compromised, which I'm going to show you here in a parking lot. Pretty good, you know, ability to drive forward. Again, like I'm saying, with all-wheel drive, with four-wheel drive, I get the feeling like I can control my car, no problemo. Oh shoot! And the parking lot, of course. There's a nice little skid. Let's just show you here. There is a skid. Four-wheel drive, just a little bit of pressure on the foot, and I'm able to make my Suburban spin out in this snow. No problem. Very easy to make it happen. So that is a lot harder to do on my Saab with the snow tires. Let's try a stop here, get a little bit of speed going. This is 18 miles an hour. Still sliding. Took a good 50-60 feet to stop from 18 miles an hour. Yeah, I'll probably get a little skid going here. I'm not going very fast, so I may not skid, but as soon as I hit the brakes, I can skid it if I want. So again, you can see four-wheel drive, no problem getting going. No problem moving the vehicle. The stopping and handling is where you lose your capability. And you know, again, like I said, it's showing that four-wheel drive is not all it's cracked up to be. Still, it's great, love having it, but it is not the be-all, end-all in the winter. It is not going to fix a traction problem. I would actually say that, you know, stability, traction control, front-wheel drive car, or even a rear-wheel drive car. I don't know about a rear-wheel drive car, but a front-wheel drive car with stability, traction control, and snow tires is probably going to be able to outperform a four-wheel drive in most handling, braking situations. The one thing a four-wheel drive is going to have, if it has a low range four-wheel drive, is going to give you the ability to, you know, kind of almost create like a natural anti-skid through the transmission to help you descend a hill, things like that, without causing your tires to slip. But you're going to do that at a very slow speed, and studded tires or appropriate winter tires would allow you to do that without that low range. And that guy shouldn't be pulling out in front of somebody on a slippery road. But anyway, all right, one more turn coming up here. Let's see how the turn here goes. And will she skid or not? Let's see. Not too bad in the snow once it's fairly deep. And that may be one area that, you know, an all-terrain tire can actually do pretty well, is once you've got fairly deep snow, snow on snow traction is actually usually pretty good. And you're not gonna, you're gonna get the power to move ahead with that all-terrain tire in deep snow. But it's in the ice and stopping where it's gonna be a problem for you. So anyway, that's it for Tread Review. Have a good night.